Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're viewing from. All right, so like I promised last week Friday, I told you we are having a very interesting conversation as always on building good habits. Last week I said to us that there are two kinds of habits. There are conscious habits and unconscious habits. And I told us that I was going to elaborate on what those habits mean. Now, what is conscious habit and what is unconscious habit? And I said that conscious habit are habit that you do intentionally, which means that you are deliberate. Deliberate means you are doing whatever you are doing on purpose. For example, now you finish eating, you just dump the plate in the kitchen, you refuse to watch the plate. That's you are consciously having a habit of gathering plates after eating. Yes, that's a bad habit. Now, unconscious habits are habits that over time, maybe in your house, when people eat, they just gather plates like that. So even when you get married and go to your own house, you will discover that that same thing is what you are doing. Why are you doing that? Because you have seen people do it and somewhere it has registered in your mind. So unconscious habits are not habits that are deliberate. They are just habits that are formed because of the things that you have observed, the people that you have been with, the places that you have gone to, the system and cultures in that place. But conscious habits are habits that you are the one making sure you are not doing things unconsciously, but rather you are doing things consciously. For example, like I gave earlier on, if I finish eating and I pick the plate and I don't want to keep the plate in the kitchen to gather more plates, I wash it intentionally to ensure that there are no plates in the kitchen. Yes, imagine you wake up in the morning and then the house doesn't look dirty, but like I just still feel like sweeping the house because in my eyes it's dirty. That's a conscious habit of making sure that your house is swept. That is a conscious good habit. But imagine that you stay in the house where you can leave it for like 1 week and then you don't sweep it. Well, that's unconsciously a bad habit. And many times bad habits, like I said earlier on, it is a repetition of the things you have seen people do and the things that you have observed people practice. So today is more in this series of talking about conscious habits or unconscious habits. I am going to talk more about conscious habits and how to build good conscious habits. Give you one example more. Imagine that you are in a tricycle and then the tricycle man drops you off at your destination. You don't really have to say thank you, but imagine you are one who has built a conscious good habit. You can just say, thank you, sir. You may be wondering, hello, I didn't do anything for you, but yeah, he did something for you, even if you had to pay him for that. Yes, imagine you have money to pay for people for tricycle and there was no tricycle man to carry to your destination. Well, that's a disadvantage. So, but because you are one who is intentionally building conscious habits, you make sure to say thank you for that which he has done. So yes, conscious habits are things that will help as an advantage to our lives, in our relationship with people, in raising our kids, in raising a good home, in our place of work. So we go to work and then people see how we relate to them. People see how we build with them. It will be because they will naturally observe that there's something about our life that is intentional. The way we speak to them is intentional. The way we dress to work is intentional. The way we greet our colleagues is intentional. The way we even do our jobs in our offices is intentional. That shows that you are somebody or you are a teenager who is learning the right way to build conscious habits. So in our next video, I am going to intentionally be listing one after the other. I'm going to list like 3 to 5 habits in 5 different videos on habits that 3 to 5 good conscious habit that you should build in our next video. So stay tuned, stay glued. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to share. There are people out there who are teenagers, or there are parents out there who need this information to help their teenage child become better, and there are teenage people out there who are your friends, who may not even be your friend, that need this same content. Share, comment and like. See you next week Friday 10 a.m. God has blessed you.